170 for 2.
This is the most requested guest I have had so far. I'm extremely excited about this episode. There were a few audio issues. I cleaned everything up the best I could. You can understand everything, so it's good to go. But if it sounds a little off, just know that I did the best I could with it. Please enjoy this episode of training with USAW legend Ian Wilson. $200 you gonna snatch for the first time in 3 months?
We will see. Maybe a little no hook or something, because the last thing I need is to bust something else after a couple operations. Alright.
Yeah.
I think you can check after you do 2.
Like a full 50 kilos off when I actually train.
What's your best front squat ever?
250. Well.
Ever?
Ever?
Ever.
270 jack. No, but 255 is my legitimate best. 2 different sports.
Yes. One has to be like meticulous, plan it out. You gotta be real responsible. And the other one's just lift as much as you can. It'll be alright.
Exactly. I've lived in a lot of gyms.
Yeah.
You know, someone invites you over, and then if there's like music blasted and like people screaming at each other. There's one video where I was maxing out, and there's some lady, and she's like doing these like jumping jack things, getting like close to me while I was maxing out a snatch. And someone pulled her away. I should found that. Yeah.
So they show Jared's rule. No use.
Yeah. Pure focus. Just
You never do music in here? Never.
So one person's music is another person's noise.
That's a good way to put it.
Talking. You can do 210.
Is he why you always max out?
what?
Is he why you always max out?
Yeah.
You can get 220.
It's from shame.
Yeah. There was a video, dude. I forget what lift it was. There was a grindy one, and you dropped the bar. You like screamed. I thought you were standing up or whatever. And I just remember in the background, he was like, "Good effort." So like me and Nathan, whenever we were training together, like these horrible lifts, we would just be like, "Good effort." That was a thing for so long.
How bad was that?
You can do 220. 220 is the limit. I wouldn't.
You really did 220 recently?
Yeah, you want to see the video?
I saw the video. I didn't know it was an old video though.
It was in these shoes. I got this like a week ago.
You know how much I've squatted recently?
150.
For such a fuck.
I think this is high.
I think I can do 250. I think it'd be like 216, 17, somewhere in there, but we'll see.
What was being coached by Abba today like?
Brutal, but good. I mean, like, sort of from like a lifting ideology point of view, we'd already kind of converged. I'd already thrown out random nothing exercises.
Yeah.
But interestingly, like, he's not like someone who interferes with your training. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
I couldn't speak Bulgarian.
He didn't speak
English at first. I mean, he learned a little bit, but
yeah.
I mean, when you're in your 80s, you don't really pick up new language very much. So it was kind of like sit there and the pre-Instagram era.
Yeah.
Would have gone like play viral as an audio or something.
Yeah. There's so many, like, I feel like a lot of your YouTube videos, if you posted them in the right era, would have gone so viral.
You have the front squat if I get this.
I'll front squat 220 if you get this.
70 kilo jump over my recent workouts. Where'd you try this one?
Out in San Diego with a CrossFitter, and then
So,
Kendrick told me to do a bunch of overhead squats.
he was the master of them. His overhead squats look better than his front squat.
He said he would do like bottom up, like on jerk blocks, like start from the bottom. He would do like set to 5 with like 220.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Because he was one of the few people, like almost anyone you see, if they have a crappy clean
Yes.
and they're a squat jerker, you're like, 0 chance. And then with Kendrick, he would actually do it.
Yeah.
It would look better.
Hey, that's
I remember when people criticized his jerk, so he posted a video of him jerking
Like 225, and he titled Kendrick can't jerk.
so funny, dude.
God.
No book.
Now I'm straddled.
Foul. Come on.
You sound like all my Instagram followers. How often would you use straps when you train?
A lot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really make a difference for me. As I got closer to competition, I would.
Start taking them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the only time I had an issue is after the quad tendon reconstruction.
Yeah.
I would start a little bit differently.
Mhm.
I think because I was being cautious. And so, like, if I had straps on, like, the position just felt
Yeah.
like a little bit more, like, tucked into the body.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I found the worst part of weightlifting as a whole after that injury was the start position of the
exactly.
snatch.
Well, like, my finish, you can see it right here, used to be, like, much better.
Yeah.
I was in here. And, like, after the injury, I would start my butt higher.
Yeah.
And then, like, it would leave my thighs too early. And then, like, the finish wasn't there.
Yeah. And it was the same for me. It was the
The exact same problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had the exact same injury, but like it almost felt like I had to use like these muscles up here to pull off the floor. I couldn't.
But then you like, don't feel strong when you do it.
Yeah.
You feel weak when you start to lift. At least for me.
Probably not gonna go well.
Exactly.
You on 50?
Yeah, let's do 50.
You were the highest requested guest.
Well, unfortunately, I don't train at all, so.
I don't think they care too much.
First snatch in 3 months. Ooh. Yeah.
How's it feel? What was your shoulder injury?
Rotator cuff.
Full tear?
No, like 80%.
Yeah.
Did you bust yours?
Never had any real shoulder issues. Somehow, my shoulders are just like insanely weak compared to everything else. But I just guess I got lucky. But
Yeah, for me it was rotator cuff. And then I've never heard of anyone else having it, but my patella tendon peeled off the tibia. Because, I mean, it was caused by the shoulder.
Yeah.
Because my shoulder, after I got it repaired, was like up
Yeah.
and forward. And then I twisted, and I was sitting in the bottom of the snatch.
I noticed that.
I could feel like the peeling of the tendon.
Ugh.
And then I was kind of, I probably should have stopped lifting at that point. And then I was like, all right.
Wasn't that when you
healthy.
got sponsored by Rogue? Was it around then?
So I forget if it was August or September of 2014. Rogue first contacted me.
Yeah.
And this is when the lifting was tiny. And I thought,
Yeah.
it felt like I made it, right? I was like the only lifter because they'd only done like one strongman, I think.
Yeah, I think it's
Maybe
like
one power lifter.
Yeah.
And then they had CrossFitters.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, like I'm the only weightlifter. This is awesome. And the Rogue founders, I don't know if you've met them. They're super nice people.
Yeah.
And then I went to the Caffeine and Kilos meet, and I like tore my rotator cuff like within weeks. And at first I was like,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. Like I don't think I really tore something. And that,
Shit.
like 6 months of thinking it'll get better. Later, I was like, got an MRI on it, and the surgeon's like, yeah, it's torn.
Do you get like PRP or anything going on it?
Yeah, but
It wasn't enough.
no, it's not. Yeah. Like if something's like ripped apart, like
There's only so much you can do.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah. When did you guys build this setup?
it was pre-existing.
Barn's already here.
When did you get that place?
Is it 2013, I think? Yeah, so we were getting ready for collegiate nationals, and the guy that I trained with, he came down here just from break, and then we only had one platform before. That's not the day, like, let's try this into something.
So there's a lot of rebar under all this. We can afford a new slab right here.
Yes.
So actually, you can see how this is built, because it used to just be over there,
Yeah.
and we annihilated the floor, and then, I mean, if you want.
Yep. How old is this bar? Looks like one of the older Licos.
I think it's 1989. What was the 25 years?
It's a good year for that. All the 90s Licos bars are
Indestructible.
they're still around, like all of them. They're so good.
This whole entire series is powered by the Dogpack app. The money I make from the Dogpack gets turned over into this series, sending me around the world to create these videos. And if you guys like them and you're a weightlifter who does online programming, maybe think of trying out the Dogpack. On the app, we have several variations of the Dogpack program. We have even focus, snatch focus, clean and jerk focus, strength focus, RPE based, speed workouts to get the important stuff done in 30 minutes or less. We have individual programs like the jerk only program, the pulling program. There's a taper week on there. There's also a video technique manual that teaches you how to do every part of the snatch and clean and jerk from top to bottom. There are videos on each one of the exercises that tell you how to do the exercise that is prescribed to you before you even do it. There's a metrics page where you can keep track of the progress you're making week by week. There's a community page where you can post your training. You can stay up to date with your teammates who are doing the exact same programming as you. There's a message feature to where if you have any issues, you can reach out directly to me and gets their weightlifting program online. So please consider checking out the Dozer Dogpack app. I put a ton of work into it to make it as usable as possible for you, and I think the programming is as good as it gets. Click the link in my bio and use discount code TRAINING to not only get a 3-day free trial, but also get half off of your first month. Back to the video.
Let's see how much I can total and snatch today. My morning snatch and my tonight snatch.
You're 135 in your question.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you said 135 this morning?
Yeah.
Wait, are you in the back seat, Diego?
Yeah, flying there tomorrow morning.
110.
Yes.
I mean, I will say, when it's like, I've gone to the other side of the world.
Yeah.
And usually if I lift in the morning there, because it's like,
Yeah.
the time is flipped and I'm okay. If it's the wrong time of day for me, I'm
Cooked. Same. We trained a 5K in one day over the last like 2 years, and that was the day I trained 3 times in the last like 14 days leading up to that session where we trained 5. I like snatched the shit out of 150. It was like so easy, and then all the other sessions I was like
also like
missing.
squats just feel punishing.
Yeah, they're terrible. Whenever your nervous system is just still asleep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been training pretty hard for like the last year. I've had 0 urge to compete. Like none.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. Like,
Yeah.
sort of getting back to the timeline. 2016, I had the first knee surgery. I thought, all right, I'm just going to take a year to like fully heal, get healthy, and then get back into it. And then they moved the World Championships to Anaheim in 2017. So it was like, all right, when else are the world's going to be in the U.S.?
Yeah.
I don't want to compete realistically, so I got in shape for that end. But yeah, it was all kind of like like once you're busted, it's just not. It's not the same sensation of your.
It's like impossible to get momentum.
Exactly. It's like everything is just an absolute grind.
Yeah, you're just like, got another good total. Thank God. Let's try and see.
But it's like it's not like fun where you go out there and you're like, oh, I can do 5 kilos more, 5 kilos more.
Yeah.
And you're like feeling enthusiastic about it. It's
like the feeling of going to a meet and being like, oh, I'm opening up at last mate's second attempt. This is cool.
exactly.
It just goes away. It's just like, fuck, 3 years later, same shit.
I found out my quad tendon was busted after 2017 Worlds. I busted it at the USAW camp in hindsight before the Worlds, like 6 or 8 weeks before or something. And within, I don't know, 2 months, I was like, you know what? Time to grow up. I'm 24. Get a real job.
That'll happen. Nice. Have you ever done one of those grip strength things?
Never.
I'd be interested to find out. Aaron Williams did it.
Oh, I'm sure he was
They
unbelievable.
only go up to 200 pounds. He maxed it out without even zero effort on his face.
Did you see Toronto doing it at the Europeans in the training hall?
No.
Like, Martian Dewanga?
Yeah.
He had the best one. He beat all the lifters.
Really?
Yeah. Like more than Lasha. Or Simon Martirosyan was really good. But
More than Lasha is crazy. Have you met Lasha?
I mean,
Like shaking his hand?
Yeah.
Train next to him, but he didn't touch me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He snatched on 215 and then did it again in rapid succession.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where you're like,
You were training next to him for that?
yeah, he was like as close as we are right now.
Damn.
And then he cleaned jerk 250 and it was like, okay.
We're not
the
strong.
He doesn't speak any English, but Isaac Lisa speaks English. The same as Tofu.
Really?
Yeah.
You think he's done?
Lasha?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, they said that they would maybe get him back in shape. Was it 2026 or something?
Yeah.
When they had Europeans.
Not too bad.
How much difference does a hook grip make for you?
Not much. Pretty much any time I do it, it's...
Like you can do a no hook with basically the same amount.
Oh, no hook?
Yeah,
Like straps and hook grip or no hook and hook grip?
no hook versus hook grip.
Oh, it's astronomical difference.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think my best ever no hook is 125. Ever. Yeah. If I was doing no hooks and actually have a good battle going right now.
The absolute limit. It's like, there it goes. No.
When's the last time 125 felt like that for you?
Whenever I don't train.
Yeah.
I haven't trained in years. Like, I work out a little.
Yeah, that's... There's so much difference between working out and training.
Exactly.
Easy. Feels over it.
35.
Was 242 the most you jerked?
Yeah, I mean, when I was stronger, I was afraid of my quad tendon exploding again.
Did you ever attempt 190 on snatch?
Never.
Yeah. 187 and I did most.
I did 70, 100, 120, 140, 160, 177, 187. The jerk I did 70, 120, 170, 195. And then just put 227 on.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It was dumb, but it was like one of those things where you're like, you know you can do it. And
So for your 500 pound clean and jerk, you took 4 warm ups.
Yeah, pretty much. Holy shit.
You got 140.
Yeah,
140, 150.
150. Yeah, so
Just a 5.
yeah. Did Morgan McCullough take your youngest American clean and jerk 400 pounds?
I think so, but I mean, a bunch of people have done it.
Really? Oh yeah, that's right.
Harrison did it. I'm not sure if CJ did it too, but like it's irrelevant. Like Harrison's so much better than
It's kind of reflects you just like be good at weightlifting for like a few years, just got to the Olympics.
conquer the Olympics.
I mean, his peak was crazy. Snatch 160 as a 77 junior. Did he clean and jerk 200?
At 81, yeah.
Yeah. The talent pool in USA weightlifting is getting so much better now too.
Well, Hampton.
Yeah. Like, dude, he is so analytical with this stuff.
Really?
I did one of these videos with him, and like, there was a point where I talked to his dad. And he was like, "All right, look at the spreadsheet," and it's just like 4 pages. Every piece of information that relates to weightlifting, like calories, protein, sauna time, hyperbaric chamber time, sleep, everything you could ever think of is documented. So like, if he has a bad day, they go to that.
And then like write down every single.
Yeah, they like see where the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was obsessive about training. I was obsessive about the training part of it.
Yeah.
But
Dude, he's
not to that degree.
everything, like every single aspect. I mean, like if you're that crazy about something.
Also, he did like homeschooling or independent study or something too, right?
I think
Just
so,
trying to
yeah.
get fun. I mean, it paid off for him.
Yeah, I think it's
Olympic medalist.
world record holder at clean jerk. Is he still? I don't know.
Junior world?
World senior world.
Senior world?
Yeah.
Did he get it? I thought he missed the jerk.
No, he got.
I'm actually embarrassingly out of lifting stuff.
No, he got 176 for the senior world
161.
record jerk. Yeah, which is crazy. And then he just did. I think he's moving up weight class.
185, right?
He did 185, which was 60. What does he weigh? 65 kilos, like 65 right now. Like that's. And he's 20 years old. He's so.
Well, how tall is he?
Like normal 67
Yeah,
kilo.
and he's like jacked too. Like he is.
Yeah, I've only seen him on video, but Jack is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This video is brought to you by Barbell Apparel. The training t-shirt is the shirt that I am wearing in this video. And if you buy one, all the proceeds go back into this series. So if you want to support the series, you can do so by getting a shirt. The shirts are super nice, very comfortable, great to train in. You are representing the series. You become a billboard for the series, which is awesome. And the profits that are made from the shirts go towards the series. So it's one of the best ways outside of the dog pack to support the series and keep these videos coming, because they are very expensive to do, but I'm doing them because I simply love the sport and I think it deserves it. So if you support what I'm doing here and you enjoy the content that I'm putting out, click the link, get your training t-shirt. It means the world to me. Back to the video.
Oh. K forward to 45. What do you think he was land jerk that? You're not going to do it.
At this point, I'm hoping I'll wake up tomorrow and go like, ooh, like what my elbow swollen or my shoulder or something.
Yeah. What made you want to train the way that you trained? Were you just like really into Bulgarians and stuff and you got into weightlifting, or?
I just didn't know it wasn't a thing to just do snatch, clean, and jerk.
Yeah.
So when I started, I just did like the simplest solution that I could come up with, and yeah, we just started training, and
We didn't really know much about it.
yeah, I mean, when I started, so basically he lifted with his dad as a kid, and then didn't use no lifting shoes, no hook grip, best clean and jerk 165, and then you hurt his back.
Yeah.
Dropped out of lifting for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then, like, just at the very start of the internet, like 1999, he found that someone had, like, video from the 1999 World. So he bought the CDs. And then, you bought a Lego set after that, right? You were like, oh, let me get back into lifting a little bit. So that's this bar right here.
Oh, wow.
And I was 5 and tried it. And I'd seen like P-Rose, Results a Day, like that generation of people. And then I was like, are you kidding me? Because like, I didn't know that, not snatching 170 wasn't a thing. It was one of those things, because like, that's the only thing I'd seen. And then
You saw videos of like,
it was like, wow, like everyone can snatch 175. And I was like, I can't clean one, like, I don't know, the bar basically. I was like, I don't know, 7 or something at the time.
Yeah. I feel like that's such a good way to get into it, though. Just to not understand why you can't do it. So you get started.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, like I look at some of the like technical deficiencies that I had.
Yeah.
Like once you learn to do something wrong, it's almost impossible to fix it.
Yeah.
Like you can't really change your technique.
If you do it for
Like
as
you
long
can
as you
improve
did.
stuff, but
Yeah.
it's like the lifting technique today is much better than it was like 25 years
Yeah.
ago.
like
And
Carlos.
like Indonesian guys, like Nurdinov,
Yeah.
like no one lifted like that. And so I was like we watched like Razaz a Day. I mean, you've seen his technique, like the belly bounce and the arm bend, and just kind of like figuring it out.
Yeah. I mean, like, even watching the best lifters from that era, like, there were some that like really like he had perfect technique.
Yeah, like especially his jerk, but like
Yeah. But there would be like fucking Rybakov who would have like the
it
ugliest.
was slow. And you're like, it was one of those things where if you saw him as a kid, you'd be like, really strong back,
Yeah.
great pull, but like, you're not going to like set a world record being that fast, and then he demolished.
Maybe the most impressive snatch record ever.
Yeah. 187 is 85.
So it was so bad when we made it to do.
Ooh.
Pardon. We'll try it.
What's your all-time best?
60.
60?
Yeah.
You're in good shape then.
Yeah. I just feel like I'm not training that much, but I got up to that 160, 200 and didn't really let myself get out of shape. I just started training 3 times a week after that. It's whenever you go like months without being in the gym, that it just, that's so hard to do. It is. It happens so fast too.
Oh, I know. And also, well, it's not immediate. You can skip like a week or two.
Yeah.
You go like, it's not that bad, and then you get to where I am right now, where
You're so shit.
yeah, 120 feels heavy.
I hate those misses when like,
Well, you're rock bottom.
yeah, and it like hits you in the right spot, but there's no way.
Does that hurt?
Yeah. Whenever I just flop back like that, it like crunches.
Well, because you're
That is surprising because your prior set, he was like right kind of at the limit.
Yeah.
Right arm was not totally long.
well, also like just the depth. I was sitting there, I was like, wow, like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen you get that deep on a snatch in a while.
You know, something kind of interesting. 2 guys that we've worked out with. Was a very talented Martin Patrov. He lived in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
He was right now youth.
Yeah, like a junior.
But when he got a job working at a steel mill and worked all day, coming in flip flops, he would still snatch 120.
Yeah, it's hurting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was kind of like, he's kind of like where I am right now in terms of
not
like squatting, like after work a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't work in a steel mill, so. Yeah.
Hussein Palaku,
Yeah.
the guy from Albania.
He could snatch like 125. Because he lives in the US now. After
Yeah.
work, he could come in and snatch at 125.
I remember I went to Gooders over there. And he was the cashier when I got a smoothie.
And you thought someone slept like LSD, and you were like, what's going on?
That's they're saying. Yeah.
I was like, I've watched you a lot on YouTube.
Did you tell him?
Yeah. What was it like training with him?
awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he's so good. Like, there's like you know how we see like people who don't know how to play basketball?
Yeah.
And you compare them to like Americans, and they're like, wow. Like, just like American kids on the schoolyard, like there's like certain just like general like levels that different countries have for their sports. And like, he's one of those people who started when he was 6 or something.
Yes.
And built
His speed was unbelievable.
just the feeling and his like understanding of the positions and stuff was like wild.
What's funny because I guarantee there's Instagram experts. So I say Instagram, but they're not experts.
Yeah, of course, experts.
I was watching this and be like, this guy, where's his bench? He's gonna pull out his MCL.
But he's like a kind of a weird combination in terms of like being like almost like stubby in the arms, but then super, super flexible too.
Wouldn't he front squat in the morning and then like try to clean and jerk? What he front squatted in the morning?
Yeah, usually. Because the morning session, well, he always had, it was almost like robotic. It was a perfect 10 kilo delta between the snatch and clean and jerk.
Yeah, so he would do like 200 front squat and it would be like hard.
Pretty good.
Clean and jerk. That's like a level of weightlifting that doesn't exist anymore. People just can't comprehend it.
Like, he knew that.
Nice.
Now working out. Can you send me an email as a reminder? Just say send me customer list. All right. Bye. Good. Bye.
This video is brought to you by Podium Supplements. Without their pre-workout, I don't think I would have survived the trip I just did. I shot 5 videos in 3 days. I flew every single day. I got barely any sleep, and I had good sessions every single time. And I used the Fuse pre-workout. And if you are someone that likes pre-workout and likes having good workouts, you should check it out. Use discount code Dozer for 10% off at checkout. Back to the video.
It's too bad, Dylan, was you couldn't have done a podcast without the JF. Too bad passed away.
I know.
Because actually, I think we learned just training. We learned more from Jay's episode than anybody. So that's just, like just to do the lights.
Yeah. That would be the most insane guest to have ever.
Well, and also he approached it as being still there to win. With all this participation award type stuff that you get sometimes, or people you're trying to score points or something. Now, it was like we're going there to know.
Yeah, also the sport was just in a different place in the U.S. where like no one had won anything for like 20 or 30 years or something ever. It wasn't like today, so it was definitely cool to know someone who like his view was like, well, yeah, like you go to the World Championships and everyone medals, and if they don't medal, then they're a total failure. And it's like, all right, okay, this is the standards.
Don't go if you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
It's like it's a waste of time.
What was his reaction when he came to America then?
Well, it wasn't him who said it, but one of the funniest things.
No thing.
Whatever, we can put it in. Yeah. Someone said, "That poor boy, they are like lambs going to the slaughterhouse."
It's so true, though.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing false about that.
Well, the other thing is like, this is one of the other reasons I wanted to kind of get on with life and be done with lifting, because the idea of like dedicating my life and like being like 15th or 10th or something.
Yeah.
Just like even if you place high and someone out clean and jerks you by 25 kilos, it's just not very interesting to me.
No. It sucks.
Like it's actually really embarrassing, and you're like, all right, what's the point? Like I remember I went to the President's Cup in Grozny, and I was sitting with David Garcia. This is the session that Ilya clean jerked 246 in.
Yeah.
And I busted my shoulder 8 months earlier. But Ilya literally clean jerked 51 kilos more than I did. And I was like, David, did you ever wonder why we're even here?
Yeah. So you saw that lift?
Yeah.
Person?
I mean, he warmed up like
You were in that
two
session.
platforms down. Yeah.
That's crazy. Did you watch it like from the back? Did you peek your head around or something?
Well, so I missed like the 205 clean jerk, and then I saw him power clean 210. It's like, all right, he's in shape, but because it was a Grand Prix, like no one expected him to do 246. Like I thought, like all right, maybe like 185, 230 or something.
Yeah.
And then he snatched 191. We're like, all right, like maybe he'll clean jerk 235 or something. He opens at 231. We're like, all right, like yeah, he's in shape. And then they called for 246, and the world record was 242.
Yeah.
Like, is he trolling everyone? And then he came out and absolutely smoked it.
I think that lift is like one of the best displays of weightlifting like ever.
His clean jerk technique is perfect. Like,
Couldn't be better.
it comes up so well. The finish, the jerk is like perfectly in the slot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to get him on one of these so bad. He won't answer messages.
Really?
Yeah. I can't do it on Instagram like 40 times. Is he like likes someone? He follows me. He likes my stuff.
He's like a friendly guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he'd be up for it.
I think he might have a manager running his Instagram or something. That's why.
I mean, I for his sake, I hope he does have like some media stuff, because a lot of people when they finish lifting, they kind of crash and burn, and obviously like
He's one of the greatest.
yeah, he's like one of the greats, and like
Yeah.
it's kind of sad when you see someone who's like like been like a king of the sport basically, and then they're like. It doesn't look like Oleg ever opened the message.
No, I didn't. I was gonna.
It's just too bad because like he's in the area.
I know. What's the problem?
He did 69, he snatched 160.
Yeah. I remember watching his videos on YouTube and just like the cameras at the time didn't shoot enough frames per second to like really capture what his snatch looked like. So it looked like he would just teleport under the bar.
Unbelievable speed.
Yeah, maybe the fastest lifter ever.
One of the other crazy things just about like achievement in the sport is, Vladimir Sedov, him, Oleg. Do you know Magomed was? He's a super from Russia for a bit. He like won the junior worlds.
Chechen guy.
Yeah.
If I saw him, probably.
But he was like also really good. He
Yeah.
snatched like 205 or something.
He actually beat Lasher one time.
Yeah, he beat Lasha
Really?
as a junior.
Jesus.
And then like Sergey Filimonov, who held the world record snatch before Lou. They're like all from the same town.
Really?
Like 20,000 people.
It's like the Dagestan of weightlifting.
Exactly. It's the same kind of like
Just so sick.
it's something so cool. Yeah, like Oleg posted this picture, and I didn't even know that he was from that town.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Was it Stalin that sent all the ethnic minorities there?
yeah, it's like everyone that Stalin hated, he like dumped
What?
in this
Why
one.
is still not? I'd be the Russian.
I guess he is, I don't know, but they like just like dumped him in this one place, and then
Chechens, Koreans.
yeah, they like screwed him over basically, dumped him there, and then they have like basically four world champions from like one town.
That's crazy.
Sedov was, I guess, a news guy. Well, and who's the guy that died in motorcycles? Good body. That.
Talk about a guy that people don't know about. That was insane.
Oh yeah,
Her body, dude. What did he? Didn't he attempt 237.5 as a 90 kilo?
Yeah.
lifter? Oh, you know who I saw earlier? John McGovern in San Diego. I was just like in the gym the day before, just getting a little workout in because I got off the plane. And Danny's working out, and I see a guy filming, like, it looks like John McGovern. And then he like turned and we like made eye contact. I was like,
you're like John.
yeah. Doing it.
It's not like when we were like trying to lift 10 years ago, and I remember I got the top stipend at $1,000 a month, and then they upped it to $1,200 a month or something. Yeah.
I remember I I made muscle driver. And I was like, they're gonna pay me a list. It's like $400 a month. And they, this is funny, I'll leave it because they're out of business. But they sent me that check. They went out of business as the check was on the way to my house. It bounced. So they canceled the check. I went to try to cash it. And the bank got me for fraud. And I was never allowed to have an account with that bank again. I was like 17 years old.
Like my first weightlifting money.
It was my second check. I was there for a month.
Oh, that's low.
But that sums up, like, I don't think anything sums up trying to make money as a weightlifter better than that.
Yeah. Well,
It's not bad.
I think you get 185.
I mean, I'll try it.
I haven't seen that weight on that bar.
yeah, it's been a while.
5,
Yeah.
40%. Yeah, one good.
I thought you were going to blow your hip out.
Well, consider it clean. That's I just probably didn't Clark the jerk.
I haven't Clarked since I was like 14.
Huh?
Like,
You never Clark cleans.
yeah, I'm good. Absolutely pitted by him, but
Yeah, that are really hard for me.
from when I was like 15 and I heard the term for the first time, I was just so insecure about it. I was like, I cannot do that. I just had to realize something that
As long as it's not meat, it's a strategy.
I accidentally did it out of me, but it was right after it was my first meet after quad surgery.
Oh.
And like
That does not count.
right when I pulled off the floor, like a bunch of scar tissue just exploded. And it was it just felt like Velcro ripping. I was like, I just dropped it. I was like, what the fuck? But then it was 175. I don't know when the after made it, so it's all this.
So you actually try to compete after watching it?
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, it took about maybe like 2 months, and I was like, done. I'm absolutely done with that.
Enough.
I was like, it was horrible.
Well, the only reason I did is because if I didn't, then my cost strength stipend was gone.
So you were like kind of like
actually forced to this. And I moved across the country to train there and all that stuff. I was just like, fuck it, it didn't.
I mean, that's kind of how it was for me with road sports. I was like, all right, like, I'm busted up, but like,
Yeah.
I need to get back into it. And as soon as I didn't have to get back into it, that was it.
The shoes up.
And that's it for this edition of training. This was awesome. I've known Ian for a very long time. I've known him for about 10 years, and being able to go out to the barn where I've seen all these crazy training videos happen and train with him and talk to him and get to work out with his dad. It was extremely cool. Just being in that barn made me want to lift heavy, and it was a very, very awesome experience for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So thank you, Ian. Thank you, Mr. Wilson, for allowing me to come out there onto your property and train and shoot a great video that I hope you guys enjoyed. So that's it for this week. I will see you guys in the next one.